Hey folks, Coach again. So today in this video I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on the discussion we had about proteins in that first basic video. I know I discussed some of the foods to include and a very brief overview on the reason why you're going to be eating protein. But in this video, again, it's quite a short one, so please hang around. I'm just going to discuss with you again where to get those proteins from and also how you can accurately include these proteins in your diet. For sure you can still use the palm-sized portion, 1 or 2 palm-sized portions, but what I'm just going to show you today is how you can include a bit of an equation, very, very simple, which will give you enough protein to set you forward. So again, let's just discuss quickly the types of protein you're going to include in your diet. So first of all, we're just going to discuss the meat. Okay, now obviously there's lots of different types of meat out there. Firstly, do not include processed meats if you can. Okay, the reason for that is they do have a low quality protein value in them, and also what we might find is some of the preservatives in there might not be beneficial for your goal. Okay, so we're going to try and keep it as simple as possible. We're going to try and eat as clean as possible. So the first thing that I would suggest you include are chicken breasts, okay, skinless chicken breasts. What we're going to do there is make sure that we are cooking them properly, of course. Oven, grill, try not to fry unless you are using coconut oil to fry them. I wouldn't use olive oil and definitely wouldn't use sunflower oil, etc., etc. So chicken breast first of all. Now the big advantage with chicken breast is it is a high quality protein source. It's a low fat, high quality protein source. You can get lots of benefits from that. Chicken breast is great if we're looking to lean down, okay? Now, if you are a skinny guy looking to bump things up, I wouldn't worry too much about the skinless chicken breasts. I would just include chicken in your diet, okay? The next meat I would include are the red meats, okay? Now, there's several cuts, as you know. We can use mincemeat, we can use steak. Again, what we'd avoid on these are using things like sausages and bacon to get your proteins in. Reason for that, again, your sausages, very minimal amount of pure meat in there. What they tend to include is lots of odd ends, things, I don't know, eyeballs, asses, whatever's in there. Lots of salt as well, and we'll discuss salt on another video. Another good source of protein that we're going to ask you to include are the eggs, okay? Very, very good, high quality proteins, very, very usable for your body. So make sure we get plenty of eggs in there. And then we're going to discuss the fish, okay? Now there are obviously different types of fish and shellfish as well. What I'd love you to include in your particular eating plan are oily fish. So we're looking at mackerel and salmon. The whitefish also. Whitefish tends to have a little bit less fat in it, okay? The oily fish, the salmon and the mackerel are a lot more fatty, which tend to bump your calories up quite a lot. So we can include the white fish as well. So with that, we look at the cod and the haddock, etc. Obviously, don't go to the fish and chip shop. I think you can have fish and chips every night. Battered fish, if it's deep fried, obviously it becomes very unhealthy. So we're going to prepare it all ourselves if possible. Another type of fish we're going to include, or shellfish, we're going to include things like prawns. Okay, very, very good for what you want. Again, high quality protein, and it's very usable with the body, so you can assimilate those proteins very, very easily as you go through the day. So with that in mind, so you've got a little list there of what you can use. It's not the whole list, the extensive list. There are obviously other proteins out there, but they're the kind of main ones I want you to try and start including in your diet as much as possible. Now, the other part of this video is how you can figure out exactly how much protein you need per day. Okay, now this equation assumes that you are exercising as much as I advise you to within this program. Okay, so we're looking at 5 days a week. We're looking at 1 to 2 hours a day of working out. That includes stretching as well. Okay, so we're taking care of our muscles. What we need to do is a very simple equation. So you need to know how many pounds you weigh. Okay, so how many pounds you weigh. I'm currently 160 pounds. And with that, all you do is you want 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Okay, so 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So I'm 160 pounds, therefore I need 160 grams of protein per day. Okay, how simple is that, folks? Yeah, 160 pounds, so I need 160 grams of protein per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you want 150 grams of protein. If you weigh 200 pounds, you want 200 grams of protein per day. Okay, now that is the easiest way for you to ensure you get enough protein. Now, another question I get asked is, can we eat too much protein and will that be wasted? Okay. The honest answer to that is yes, we can eat too much protein. And the way it will affect you is it will just increase your calorie intake for the day. So what we might find is if we're eating too much protein is our fat levels, our body fat levels may increase because we are getting too many calories in per day. Okay, but with that equation I've just given you, and with the amount of time you should be working out, you will find that your body will use that protein we're taking in to help you repair your muscles from your session and to help you recover from your exercise sessions and ensure that you are getting the most out of your exercises, the most out of your sessions, and that you are preparing your body properly and effectively for your selection test and also for basic training. Okay, so guys and girls, look after your body, take care of it, fuel it properly, use those sources of proteins I've suggested, use that equation, and I promise, again, you will see the results that you are looking for.